Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is This Week in Pokemon News, because there were so many Pokemon things this past week. Let's just have a whole video about it. First of all, Pokmon Tournaments is coming soon to the US, and when asked, the producer, and this is by the way specifically the Wii U version, not the arcade version, and when asked about how it works with AMIIBO, the producer at hand said that it works with all AMIIBO. I'm pretty sure he meant all Pokemon AMIIBO, but he says all AMIIBO, so can we battle Pikachu against Mario in something other than Smash? We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure he just meant all Pokemon AMIIBO. So, about Pokemon Go, when the producers behind that were asked what was the germ of the idea for this thing, they said something really interesting, which is, you might remember an April Fool's Day joke, but it turned out not to be really a joke. It was actually a contest. But Google, on Google Maps, had this amazing thing just on April Fool's Day where you could find Pokemon in various areas in the real world, and if you collected them all, then they would give you a medal. And they actually sent people medals. I think they were medals, some kind of prize. Anyway, the team behind Pokemon Go says that was their inspiration, that they wanted you to actually be able, not just on April Fool's Day, but all days, be able to find Pokemon in the real world. So it's kind of interesting. I hope they give Google some credit for that idea. Our next story is about Pokemon Reorchestrated. Now, you might have heard of Zelda Reorchestrated, which it was, I don't think it exists anymore, sadly, a team of people who, before things like the Zelda Symphony existed, they really wanted to hear Zelda's music arranged for orchestra, but of course they didn't have an actual orchestra, so they had to use synthesized instruments, which is fine. Some synthesized things can sound really good if you're using high quality samples. In that case, they did a pretty decent job, but now, in this day and age, that there are things like the Pokemon Symphony and the Zelda Symphony, Pokemon Reorchestrated has received a cease and desist from Pokemon Company. So, next in our list of iOS developers who don't realize how dumb it is to make a Pokemon ripoff, we have Pocket Master, which is an iOS game, and it is a Pokemon ripoff, and in fact, they even use the names of Pokemon characters. Basically, their twist on it is these are humans that look like Pokemon, but they use the Pokemon names, so I don't know who they're trying to fool, but anyways, it's ridiculous. It's surely, by the time this video comes out, probably not even available on the App Store anymore, but if it is and you want to give it a whirl, you can. There's a link for you down below. Our next story is about the fact that a new Pokemon has been discovered. It's a robotic Pokemon with a metal body and stuff, an artificial Pokemon called Magirna, and it's a mythical Pokemon. If you want to read more about it, there's a link for you down in the description. Our final story is something that's kind of frustrating, and it's the fact that lots of people have been receiving these invites to a beta version of Pokemon Go, only to find out that actually it isn't really, it's a scam. And this has nothing to do with Pokemon Company or the developers behind Pokemon Go. These are completely separate people trying to scam people by claiming that they can provide you with beta access, and it's not the case at all. They just want to get your information or get you to download their app or whatever, so that's unfortunate. If you receive one of those, Pokemon Company says, don't bother, it's not legit. So anyways, that's it for this week in Pokemon News. See you guys tomorrow for some Nintendo news. Bye guys.